countries. The reason we based out of Mexico is because that's where we started, but we still travel to all the different countries that we work with. But one of the things, like Teresa was saying about Mexico, that I really treasure is when I first went there and were by the ocean, I didn't understand when God said, I want you to not just look at the aquarium, I want you to get in the aquarium. And for years and years, I didn't understand that until years later, that as of right now, we're working with the sixth generation of families in the same community. So he didn't just want me to go there and do a few things, go and come back and count. Concentrating on working on that family with doing all the other things. And some of the neat things is one of the, which used to be 11-year-old girl in our after-school program, she just had her baby not too long ago, which makes the sixth generation. Wow. And to see her grandmother who's already gone, her mother, then go down the line, and to see what God has done through the families in my lifetime, because I know you're probably not going to believe it, but when I say 70 years with all nations in Summerhaven, I can understand that on October the 24th, I will be 64 years old. I know, see how you look at me like you're going to look thank you, but I am every bit of it. And to see what God has done over the years and to continue to see it, and Gordon and myself met a little bit earlier, and to see the things that we still want to do and accomplish, it really humbles you. And you look back and you say, you know, this just has to be done. There's absolutely no way that nobody could plan this, fulfill it, get it done, keep it going. It's only the hand of God. So I tell you, 70 years, and like Teresa said, I can remember sitting in Teresa's classes, Nella's classes. Gordon actually helped me so much because before I really got into traveling, I went with Gordon twice to the Philippines, and Gordon literally kept me alive. No, you gotta wash those dishes twice. You gotta clean them. I'm hungry. I'm hungry though. I'm gonna bleach them just like we had to do at the ranch. So to look back and see what God has done and how He did it, I am just so glad on the journey, like He did with Israel. He said, there was another way that I could have took you all, but I specifically took you this way. And I am elated and excited about what God has done and what I see that God is going to continue to do. So in meeting so many of you, we look forward to why God brings us together and why God opens doors. And sometimes He has a plan that we have no idea where He's going with it, but then we get to see that's why I met him, that's why I met her, that's what we're all doing together. So 6 generations later, I have no regrets, and I just thank all nations and all of those that are supporting all nations to make it possible that they can still be supporting and helping. Was it a comment? I've been in this thing over 40 years. Now I'm telling you, get ready because it's going to be over. In the book of Matthew, I want to read in chapter 16 just to kind of set a foundation. I'm going to begin reading at verse 13. It says, now when Jesus was in the region of Caesar Philippi, he asked his disciples, who do men say that I, the Son of Man, is? And they answered, some say John the Baptist, others say Elias, and others Jeremiah or one of the prophets. He said to them, but who do you yourself say that I am? Simon Peter replied, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. With all that we've heard, with all that we've seen, I want to leave us with a thought because we're going to constantly be faced with who is Jesus to you? You can talk about the historical Jesus, you can talk about the mythical Jesus, you can talk about, but nobody can argue with who Jesus is to you. And what's so neat about this is I will dispute with anybody that Christianity is not a religion. Because if Christianity was a religion, what are you going to compare it to? See, you take all the religions of the world and they cannot be compared to Christianity. Because one of the ways that we outsee all of them is the founder and the beginning of Christianity is still alive. See, all you, I don't care who the founder was, what he said, they're not alive. Jesus Christ is alive. Therefore, so when we present it, when we speak, that's why I believe it's difficult for people to present somebody that they don't really know or have experience. See, Jesus wants to live in us. Jesus wants to speak to us. Jesus wants our hands. Jesus wants our feet. No other religion like that. Therefore, I told y'all this thing got to be old. It's getting real good to me. That's why I got to shut it down. I'm flying a lot, and you know how the plane to take off, just like I'm about to get on a plane. It's going to take off, and then he's going to say, okay, we're descending. I'm about to descend on this. It's very simple. And what I love about Christianity, in our journeys of life, those of us that are listening, those of us that are here, if you've already come to the conclusion of who Jesus is to you, then you're all right. There may be those that have not settled it, but get excited. I know that. Y'all definitely glad I'm not trying to do this message in tongues. That's how excited I am. There may be those of you that are undecided, you're not sure. You may be trying to base who Jesus is to you off something that somebody else said. It can't be done like that. You got to know it for yourself. But it's very simple. In your journey in life, you're going to reach a point to where you have to make a decision. And let's put it this way, you're on a road, and you come to a point to where the road is going to split. And one road is going to go this way, and one road is going to go this way, and you're not really sure which way to go. But I will tell you one thing you can do. There is on one road a man who's alive. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man can come to the Father without me. On that other road, you're probably going to meet a whole bunch of people, but you're going to meet somebody too. But they're dead. There's no life in them. And all I'm going to ask you is, if you have the opportunity to talk to somebody alive or somebody who's dead, who you going to ask them to know? He'll take you where you need. One of the things about Hades, and the reason why I don't use the other term, because there's too many cussing preachers, so I call it Hades. When you think about Hades, it's not so much the flame, the torment, and the torture alone. The one thing that bothers me about Hades is the absence of God. Can you imagine going through eternity without never, ever having another opportunity to experience God? Well, Jesus said, everybody that follows me, where I am, that's where you're going to be. If you follow anything else, you're not going to be where he's at. And for those that choose to follow the devil, you only can go where he's going to go. I'm asking everyone to make a decision, settle it in your heart, who Jesus is to you. And let's all go to heaven. God bless you all. So